Hi, my name's Chris. I'm the Startup Mentor, and I want to talk to you today about the different characteristics of a good founder. Before I start, I have to impress upon you, this is just my opinion. This doesn't come from a business book, from an article I have read, some wise sage. This is literally my observation. So, great startups that I've come across tend to have a makeup of many different professional identities that work harmoniously at different points in time throughout the startup's journey. The 4 types, in my opinion: the inventor, the producer, the entrepreneur, and we have the business person. Understanding your professional identity as a founder allows you to speak your language confidently, because let's face it, if you speak confidently and clearly, even a 9-year-old will understand what you're trying to do and why. See this video. So, what is an inventor and why start there? An inventor can come in all shapes and sizes. You can be inventing something with technology, inventing a process, inventing art. An inventor creates something with their unique skills and their unique points of view to change someone's behaviors. That is what a great invention does. It modifies the way people think, feel, or do. So inventors, they make shit, stuff that didn't exist before. It's not always good stuff, but it is always original. You could be an inventor, James Dyson, for example, and become a founder of some would say, beautiful startup. If that's an inventor, what is a producer? A producer what? Outside of the technology world, the word producer has a very clear meaning. Let's take music, for example. A music producer works with an artist, also known in my language as an inventor. An inventor of feels, man. A music producer will turn their invention into a highly consumable product, something that can be enjoyed by many people, and to make it robust and stable in the outside world. So you could be a founding producer. You haven't invented something of your own, but you're really fucking good at making someone's invention really fucking desirable, because you know how to produce it, to bring it into the world. Now, the third is an entrepreneur, and this one's quite controversial. When I've said this to some of my peers, they go, bullshit, Chris. It might be. I don't know. But this is how I think. So an entrepreneur for me is somebody who turns commercial problems into jobs. That's all entrepreneurship is. Going into a market, group of people who pay for solutions to problems, identifying the problems which they most want solved, and you turn that scenario into a job for yourself or for others. That's all entrepreneurship is. So you could be a founding entrepreneur. You didn't invent the thing. You didn't make it yourself. It didn't come from your brain. And you're certainly not the person who package it up and make it consumable by the outside world to make it attractive. But by heck, you know how to find the people who need the outcome of that invention. Get it into the hands of the people who will pay. Reframe the product so that it solves a commercial problem. Sometimes that product is even that person themselves. That's also known as a freelancer. Entrepreneurs turn commercial problems into jobs. And now the last one, the business person, the MBA. People often interchange the word business person and entrepreneur, and sometimes they even mean producer when they say the word business person. They're completely different. Entrepreneur and a business person are not the same. A business person is somebody who can understand how to create a sustainable machine that turns resources coming in, money and sales and team and partnerships, whatever, organize them in such a way and then end up with a profit. They are masters of the growth, profit, making money. Entrepreneurs turn problems into jobs, but it's the business person that knows how to stabilize that, put that into a bigger machine and create a company around it. So you could be a founding business person. You didn't invent the thing yourself. You certainly aren't the person who brings it into a product, but you are the person that can manage all of these resources and juggle them up in the air and come out with profit. That's a business person. So why is this important to understand now? Startups don't start with all of those characteristics. And there's often a sequence of things where certain characteristics become slightly more dominant than the other. So it's important to understand that the same human can have many of these characteristics. They can be a really great producer and a great entrepreneur. Totally possible. But what I have found from my experience is that some of the greatest startups I've had the joy of watching or being a part of, each founder involved really only identifies themselves as one of them. I myself identify as being an inventor. I like making things that didn't exist before. And by identifying with yourself, what type of founder you're aspiring to be allows you to speak confidently in your language. Where most founders utterly fuck up is if an inventor tries to speak business or a business person tries to speak entrepreneur. You will tie yourself in knots. Your credibility goes way down if you cannot confidently speak your own language. The person on the other side of the digital checkbook can understand what you're saying if you are confident and clear. But just to cut to the chase, in my personal opinion, I do not invest in any startup where there is not an inventor in the mix. Hope that helps.